Hi guys, good evening, welcome. Thank you for joining again. Yesterday we discussed about some of the top secrets you should know before making your short film. We talked about 2 secrets. If you're yet to see it, please go to the last video and watch it. Now today we're going to be continuing with that. Top secrets you should know before making your short film. The top secrets you should know before making your short film. Number 3, timing. Now, most filmmakers make the mistake of just making a short film at the wrong time. So you wake up, like I said yesterday, you wake up, you make a film, and you call your friends, and then you come together, do something, make a short film, put it on YouTube. And people cannot get attached to it. You know why? Because nobody is going through what you're doing at the moment. So people just make random dramas, just put up a story and say, oh, the story is interesting. And then they just put up the story and eventually they just do it. And when the story comes out, nobody gets to see it or it doesn't sell. Why? Because it is not trending. Now, let me give you something that you do not know. The bigger boys in the industry are the ones that set the pattern of the type of story that sells per time. Let me explain how that works for you. For example, in the last 1 year, the Yoruba film industry has been dominating the entire climate of the film industry. Now, they've been releasing a lot of old-time movies, storytelling, epic adventure from Anikulapo to... Recently, Jagun Jagun came out this morning. I'm yet to see it. You know, if you see it, tell me what you think. I'm yet to see it myself. Now, these guys are dominating. Now, they are still telling social stories. If you watch King of Thieves was an epic story, elaborate, big, yet it was still bordering down to social vices. It was talking about a village, you know, that when you steal there, what they do is kill, regardless of whatever it is you steal. Even if you steal a goat, they'll kill the person. Now, they talked about the social vice and they made a lot of money from that. Proper way of telling a story. What are you doing? So you put up a drama and then you just put some things, and then it doesn't even make sense to anyone. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to ensure that you find a way of connecting your story back to the audience, back to solve a societal issue, back to solve a social issue. So your timing of making this type of stories are very important. Let me give you an example. June 12th was when the new government was sworn in. May 29th, the Democracy Day was shifted to June 12th. Now, June 11th, I made a film that has to do with a new government, that has to do with a new dispensation, that has to do with government, that has to do with power, that has to do with greed, that has to do with betrayal. Whatever it is you can think about. The title of the film is The Anonymous. Premiered in cinema, a lot of people came to watch. Now, we banked on what was happening in the country at that moment to trend. It was easy. It was so easy to trend at that moment. Why? Because this is what is going on. So people could actually follow the story. They really want to see your view about the story. So as a filmmaker, people are not interested in what you say on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, on your Twitter. People are not interested. I say it all the time. I'm not a social commentator. So because of the fact that I'm not a social commentator, I rarely comment about things like this. What I do is I make a film about it. So if you're a filmmaker and there is a trending issue about something and you want to lend your voice, the right thing to do is make a film about it. Simple. Your timing, your season on trending matters. You have to seize every opportunity. There is a festival in town. There is holiday in town. There is something going on. There is Christmas. There is Easter. There is Easter. You're not making a film about sacrifice. You're not making a film about giving. You're not making a film about betrayal. And there is Easter. When there is Easter in town and everybody is, agog with, oh, there is Easter next week, son, you make a film. This is what comedians are banking on. When it's time for Christmas, you see a lot of shows, a lot of comedy shows. You see Easter this, Christmas that, go to Santa with this, go to Santa with that. Now, they are banking on time and season. Nothing is going on right now. Are you seeing any show? It's not so many. Of course, there are still a couple of, but then there are not so many of them. But when it's time for a particular season, they all come out. Make something from it. So you have to follow that. Make sure that when there is a season out there, there is a time out there, there's a trend out there, make sure you're talking about it. There is a ritual killing. There is, some of you filmmakers, some of you have experiences, but there was police brutality. Some of you cannot raise your hand and put out a proper film on police brutality. I will tell you, I have a film like that. That film took us places. Why? Because we shot it at the same time. In fact, when there was protest in 2020, that 2020 was when we shot 4 Bullets. It's on my profile. Real-time police brutality. We shot it was so raw. The storyline was clear. Why? Because we want to be relevant. We want to be relevant. So as a filmmaker, making film that follows time and trend is important for you to trend yourself and to be relevant. Now move to the next thing. The next thing is location. Number 4 secret you should know before making your short film. Location. So a lot of you actors, we pick a lot of locations when making films. And I watch some people's short film and the first thing I see is 3, 4, 5 locations. Why? Why are you doing a short film and then you're putting so many locations? Put 1 or 2 locations. Get it stocked in people's memory. Let them remember that location for the rest of their lives. Ensure that they can remember the location. Whatever it is you're doing, make that location get stocked to their head. But you just put random locations. We don't understand your sitting room. We don't understand your bedroom. We don't understand your compound. Everything is just there. No! Pick a single location. Just a bedroom. Make something peculiar about that bedroom. This is one of the ways you can use in promoting your film. So, but when you just have random location, don't just pick a story and you just say, I'm looking for a sitting room that is just fine. Once the sitting room is fine, you just collect the sitting room and you just make your film there. Or you're looking for a bedroom that is just fine. You just collect the bedroom. You're not making anything rememberable about the bedroom. Nothing can switch your attention. Nothing is special. Nothing is going to grasp the attention of your audience to connect to that particular location. No. Fix a props. The head of something. The tail of something. Fix something that will keep your audience to wonder, what is this? Where did you get this? This is how Hollywood make their films. When they make films, even when they make it on the road, there is going to be something very particular about the road. The road won't just be a road. If it wants to be a road, they can just make it lonely road. And you'll be wondering, where did they get this kind of road? Something has to be very spectacular about your location. Make sure you're not just speaking in any location. So you're writing your story before you begin your short film. You're writing your story. Ensure there is something special within your story that separates your story from every other thing. Notice that very well. Now I'll move to the next thing quickly. The third thing we're discussing today, which is going to be our number 5. Choose your actors and crews, especially your actors. Now, one of the things that some young filmmakers don't know, which I've worked to my advantage over time, is I've ensured that if you're working with me, you have an active social life. Some of you don't know that. As a producer, as a director, you're wanting to work with young actors. They don't have influence except on their friends and families. They don't have active social media. They are not influential. They are not big yet. So why should I have you in my film? Why? Why should I have you in my film? So if you as a director cannot check the background of the actors you want to put in your film, what are you doing? Check their background. Check their connection. Who can they talk to? Is she beautiful? Can she attract just by the girl being on the poster? Can people just come and watch the film just because she's there? Who is she? What about the guy? Is the guy so handsome that girls will be dying to meet her or meet him that day, on the day of your premiere? Will they be dying to see him in action on TV or on your YouTube? These are reasons why you should choose your actors properly. So when you're wanting to pick actors, I tell people that it is not just your talent that sends you out there. Your talent will introduce you, but your value will keep you. So look for actors that have talent and have value coming up. They have the talent, but they also have the value coming up. Now, what is their value? The value is the return they bring back to you. So as a producer and a director, when you're working on a project and you want to make a film and you're using the upcoming actors, even when you're using the big actors, they are your investment. It's just like going to an open land and wanting to buy real estate. When you price that land, the value of that land depends on the environment. It depends on a lot of factors. If you ask the real estate managers, it depends on a lot of factors. But one of those major factors is the environment. So who is surrounding, or who are those surrounding the actors you want to work with? What is their value in the market? What is their value? What is their social value? What social power do they have? Within their immediate means, what social value do they have? Because I will guarantee that if you're working with me, if you're an actor and you're working with me as an actor, and I'm the director or the producer, or I'm both, I will guarantee you that I will have more than 10,000 people focusing on you per time at the time when I want to release that film, because I have a large fan base. So what are you giving back to me? Because an actor will tell you have to pay me this amount, you have to pay me that amount, you have to put me in the hotel, you have to do this for me, you have to do that for me. What are you doing for me? It is not just coming on my set and reading lines. So what is the actor bringing aside his or her talent? So wake up. Don't just make a short film just because you want people to see that you are doing something. No, be very careful with who you choose to be in your short film. This is a major factor. This is a major factor. So when you're picking an actor, ensure that the actor is surrounded by the type of people, the type of audience you want to see that film. It is very, very, very important. It is very, very important. Make sure you're not making all of the small errors. Now, let me go to your crew members. Now, most of you just think your crew members are just to come on set, shoot their film, and go back to their houses. No, it's not like that. One of the things that I've done that has helped me in my entire life is that I am very strategic with the people I work with, both as crew and as actors. And if you're an upcoming filmmaker, one of the things you have to work with is strategy. Do not go to the industry blindly. That's why we have a lot of filmmakers who are not making anything in the industry. So choose your crowd strategically. Your scriptwriter, who are those following your scriptwriter? Who would watch the film because it's the scriptwriter that wrote the story? I tell people from the moment I sit down and say, I'm thinking of a story. When I post it, just by posting the title of the film, I have like 3, 4, 5 people already following. Just because I posted that this is the title of the next film I'm working on. By the time I post maybe like something from the film, or from the story, or from the script, when I post something from the script, I have like another 5 or 10 people following again. Now I have the mind of about 10 to 15 people with me because I've discussed that, oh, this is the title of my next film. I just announced that, oh, I'm working on a new project. This is the title. I have 5 followers already. When I announced that, oh, this is a part of the story, this is a part of the story, I have another 5. When I release the synopsis and say, this is the synopsis of the story, this is what you should expect from the film, I have extra followers. By the time I release my pre-poster, my pre-shoot poster, release all of those things, I already have more than 20 to 50 people following my film, wanting to know what the film is all about. So as a filmmaker, you must understand that every process of your storytelling, every process of releasing a film, every process you have to go through into making a short film has to be strategic. You're picking of actors, you're picking of writer, you're picking of location. Everything has to be strategic. You have to make sure that everything you're working with is memorable. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, because every process of filmmaking is storytelling. A writer is going to tell a story. Your costume manager is going to tell a story. Your makeup artist is going to tell a story. Your props and set is going to tell a story. Your editor is coming to tell a story. You as the producer or the director, you are telling a story. Every part of filmmaking is storytelling. So ensure that everybody that is wanting to be a part of your project understand the concept of the story they are coming to tell. Don't just put them for the sake of, oh yeah, fill in here, fill in here. No. Even when you are telling them fill in here, tell them what you are expecting from them. Give them reasons why you're putting them in that position. Don't just put them there just for putting them sake. No. Ensure that they have an understanding of the kind of story they are coming to tell. Very important. Very, very important. Now, the use of your social media. That's going to be number 6. The use of your social media. When you want to make a short film, one of the top secrets you should know, a lot of you knows this already, that you want to make a short film, you post it on social media, but there is a strategic way about it. There is a strategic way about it. Don't just wake up and decide that you want to make a film. I'm going to show us all of this step-by-step process that you put into your films and you start seeing results. You want to make a film, you put it on your page. Hi guys, I'm pleased to inform you that I'm working on a new project titled Shortfilm Project. Put it on your page. The next day, write something about, so the past few days I've been thinking about this short film. It's a story that borders on this, on that, on that. Some people are following, some people are looking at it. People eat content just like food. When the Bible says, Matthew chapter 4 verse 4, right? Or is it 7:7 that says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by the words that comes out of the mouth of the Lord. Now, God does not speak. God doesn't talk. It is men that talks. So what you say, people eat it. What you write on your social media, people eat it. That's why content creators are making a lot of money. So automatically, of course, you're a filmmaker, you're a content creator. So create content around the film you're making. Create content. You're calling an audition, call the audition, create content from the audition. You're shooting your behind the scene, shoot your behind the scene, create content from the behind the scenes. Ensure that there are content every now and then. Ensure there are content every now and then. Every now and then. Create content about whatever it is you're wanting to do. Don't just make your story boring. So you just wake up one day and you just say, my film is coming out, and then nobody is watching it, and you're complaining. No. Tell a story all through. Tell a story all through. Ensure that there was a time I made a short film, for example. After making, the last film we made, let me tell you the marketing strategy I used. The last film we made, after making the film, the title of the film is The Anonymous. After making the film, we came back online and said we lost the footage. Does that make any sense to you? We said we lost the footage. And a lot of our fans, oh my goodness, oh, how can you lose the footage? Oh God, oh, sorry, so sorry. I was getting a lot of calls from top producers from Lagos, Abuja, even abroad. People were offering to assist. People were offering to help. I was only able to tell about 2 top directors that were so worried. And I told them, I said, sir, it's a marketing strategy. Don't worry. It's not a problem. But please keep it a secret along with us. And they were like, Femi, what is going on with you? Chakaban, what are you doing like this? They were surprised that someone could pull such a stunt. Now, it was a film that has no stars. But these guys, they were following it back to back. They were following it back to back. We wrote a story about it. Everybody were crying. They were going on live. On their TikToks, they were crying. We lost our footage. We lost our footage. We lost our footage. Everybody was crying about losing the footage. And then we came back again and said, okay, so we have been able to recover some of them. But another one, we are going to be doing a reshoot. So we staged a reshoot. It was all fake, of course. But we created content from it. And we posted the content. So we started buying into the heart of our followers. So a lot of people were like, oh, I want to see the finished work. I want to see how you finished it. I want to see how this will look at the end of the day. A lot of people eventually came to come and watch the film. Why? Because we're able to buy into their minds. So making your short film, you must put all of these things all together and ensure that you do not make any mistake. I'm going to stop here. We're going to do a couple of classes. I'm going to take your questions on the group. If you're not on the group, please join the group. If you're watching this video, please ensure you're subscribed to this channel. It is very important that you're subscribed and you watch some of the videos on the channel so that you can have a clear understanding of who you're talking to and the works he has done. All of the films on my channels are the films I made myself. Some I wrote, some I produced. All of them I wrote and produced, but some of them I directed. Some of the trailers you can see there, the films are out already. They are on different platforms. So at the end of the day, I want all of you to come together and decide that we're going to make a short film. And we're going to follow all of these step-by-step processes in making our short film. So till next time when I'm going to see you again, my name is Oluwafemi Isaac Akinshikwe. And I'm sure you love this video already. Have a great evening.